Hello and welcome to Estuary TV News. I'm Hugh Riches. Tonight we're from Hull and we have a fishy theme to the programme. We'll be in the Grimsby Fishing Heritage Centre having a look at their latest achievements, and a little later on I'll be talking to the actress Barbara Martin about her performance in the play visiting this region at the moment about herring girls. Get up and tie your fingers. But first, it's back to James in the studio for the news headlines.
Hello, in the headlines today, worrying statistics on animal cruelty in the East Riding are released, and the ongoing mystery around what you can and can't recycle. We find out how much you know. The East Riding is one of the worst areas in the UK for animal cruelty, according to a new report released by the RSPCA. There were 74 defendants prosecuted, resulting in a total of 179 convictions for cruelty in 2013, which is the fourth highest in the north. It does show a huge improvement on the year before, when there were 231 convictions in total. However, the RSPCA say the fact that they are investigating more and more complaints proves there is still a culture of cruelty out there. This shocking footage is an example of just one of the cases prosecuted locally. As of Monday, paramedics will use the same main entrance as normal patients and visitors while work is being carried out near the emergency entrance. The canopy outside Grimsby's Diana, Princess of Wales Hospital's A&E department is being refurbished, so the emergency access point will be closed for 3 weeks. Emergency Care Centre Manager Ian Wilson apologises for the inconvenience and is asking people to be vigilant because of increased activity over the coming weeks. A police helicopter aided the search for a man arrested for a serious assault after fleeing into Twigmore Woods in Scunthorpe. Police were called to Morecambe Avenue at 8:23 on Tuesday night, but the 41-year-old man had already left in a car. A police helicopter was deployed to help find the man, who was later taken into custody and to Scunthorpe Hospital for treatment. New figures reveal that 2,600 affordable homes have been built in the region since 2010, which Housing Minister Chris Hopkins hailed as a real success story. However, the figures are much higher on the North Bank than on the South Bank. There were 960 homes built in Hull alone and 750 in the East Riding since 2010, whereas in North East Lincolnshire, which includes Grimsby, Cleethorpes and Immingham, just 490 affordable homes were built. In North Lincolnshire, it was just 400. A pharmacy worker has been given a national award for spearheading a drive to digitalise medicine management. Sheila Strachan has been recognised by the Association of Pharmacy Technicians for her work with Northern Lincolnshire and Goole NHS Foundation Trust. She's been instrumental in implementing the use of handheld devices to order medicine in place of the old method of paper ordering systems. A woman who threatened to use an explosive device on Immingham Police Station was charged at Grimsby Magistrates Court this week. Joanne Peacher, 45, of Barnard Walk, Immingham, made the malicious call on Saturday, June the 14th and was arrested the next day. She was charged with communicating an offensive message. It's not always easy to get hold of your landlord, but if yours is North Links Homes, this summer they're coming to you. They'll hold a series of events at various locations which they hope to discuss a number of issues facing tenants, including jobs, training and the introduction of universal credit. Last year, 335 tenants visited advisors on a special information bus, but Chief Executive Andy Orry says he hopes this year they can reach even more people. Visit their website to find out when and where your nearest visit is. And finally, councils want people to recycle more as part of a drive for more sustainable waste management. But there is still a great deal of confusion over the common questions about what to recycle and where. So as part of National Recycling Week, council staff have been out on the streets trying to answer the questions that members of the public have about recycling. We asked people in Cleethorpes what they know and what they don't.
Do you know what you're allowed and not allowed to recycle?
Yeah, mainly, yeah.
You want to give me some examples?
Tins, cans, plastic bottles. Some I'm not too sure of, so I don't
What
bother.
are you not really sure of?
Really big cardboard.
Not fully, no.
Do you have some idea? Or?
Oh yeah, paper, tins.
We do it all.
You do it all?
Yeah. Everything we recycle, don't we?
We don't. Well, we do the plastic, we do the glass, the tin. No, I'm not sure what we're not allowed to.
Well, it's a bit ambiguous at the minute, isn't it?
In what way?
Well, they keep changing their minds.
Do you know what you're allowed and not allowed to recycle?
No. Mainly do cans and bottles and glass.
Well, I'm afraid that's all I've got time for today, so until next time, bye for now.
Since it opened in 1991, Grimsby's Fishing Heritage Centre has won several awards and prizes, including Blue Peter's Children's Museum of the Year Award. It relives the lives of those fishermen and the industry they worked in back in the 1950s in its heyday. We sent Emma Lingard back there, where she used to work when she was young, to have a look at their latest award.
So I'm here at the Grimsby Fishing Heritage Centre on the day of their fantastic news. With me is the Tourism Operations Manager, Sue Marshall. Sue, it's fantastic. This TripAdvisor certificate of excellence. Just tell us, what does it mean to the centre?
Well, obviously, it's fantastic in that it's the best type of advertisement we could ever get free. Yeah. The fact that we've got people come in and having such a wonderful experience that they actually want to tell other people about it, that means we're doing something right. Yeah. And I actually want to take the time now to actually thank all of those visitors that took their time to actually put a comment on TripAdvisor. Last year we were in the top 10. This time we've got this excellence one. But it's a great indication of what a place is like. And if people have actually taken the time to write a comment, they've obviously enjoyed the visit. So I take that as positive, really.
Brilliant. Yeah. Now, have you yourself read any of the comments?
Yes.
I mean, what are some of the things people have said?
I think it's just the fact that they get a whole day here if they want to, and it actually gives them more than what they were expecting. The visit is better than they were anticipating. They get a good quality visit, the children enjoy it. During half term we do really well with grandparents bringing grandchildren while their parents are at work. And the grandparents can sit and have a nice coffee and relax. They can look around the shop. But then we have guides on the Ross Tiger, and the children love going on the Ross Tiger. And we've got trawler guides who actually fished from the ship itself. So their knowledge is vast, yes. And they are able to sort of bring it all alive for the kids.
Now with me is Councillor Mick Burnett, who is the portfolio holder for Cultural Services. What a fantastic achievement for the Heritage Centre. How important is it to get this TripAdvisor certificate?
It's very important, and I'm sure a lot of people are aware that they use TripAdvisor now to gain information about hotels, events, what's happening in any particular area that they want to come to. And this one, as you rightly say, to get mentioned the way we have for TripAdvisor is fantastic. And it has to say, though, it's come from a lot of hard work by the Fishing Heritage Centre staff, so I'd like to pay my congratulations to them for the hard work they put into achieving this award, which only promotes the National Fishing Heritage Centre to a great place to come and visit.
And talking to Sue, she's had some fabulous comments. Now, you've been here as long as probably I have with this place, seeing as I remember I used to work here. Like you said, it's stood the test of time, hasn't it?
It has, you know. It is the Fishing Heritage Centre now because we couldn't maintain the national status. But having said that, it has tested the test of time, and it is a tribute to our fishing industry, which sadly we've lost, but it does represent what the fishing industry was like in Freeman Street for those like me who can remember it. And Sue's absolutely right. It is a fantastic achievement to have got.
And this is it, the importance still as well of getting people from away to come to this area as part of that whole tourism is very important, that we have something like this in the town, would you say?
It is, and it shows what the borough has to offer. And we have plenty to offer, not only the Fishing Heritage Centre, we've obviously got the Freshly Place behind us, we've got a fantastic resort of Cleethorpes with all the fantastic events we're putting on again this year. So I would certainly recommend people not only come to the Fishing Heritage Centre, but to come to the borough as a whole. And I read some of the comments that's on the TripAdvisor, and I would advise anybody else to do the same, to see that we're not writing them, it's people who have actually come to this fantastic place and seen what we have to offer, and they make the comments, and also reflects the quality of the staff and the hard work that they put in to promote this venue.
Get Up and Tie Your Fingers is the name of a play touring the East Coast currently. It's about the herring industry in its heyday in the 19th century, Wherever it's performed, local choirs and singers provide the musical accompaniment. It's going to be in Hull this week, and it'll be at Grimsby Minster next week after it's left the Truck Theatre here. I interviewed Barbara Martin, who's starring in the play at the Hull Truck Theatre a little earlier. Barbara, many thanks for joining us. You're in a play called Get Up and Tie Your Fingers.
Yes, I am.
Strange
title, eh?
It's very strange title. Tell us what it's about.
Okay. Well, somebody said to me a couple of weeks ago, this play's got two titles, hasn't it? The title of the project is Follow the Herring, and the title of the play is Get Up and Tie Your Fingers. And the link is that in the 19th century, when Britain was the salted herring capital of the world, we sent barrels of herring all over the world. The herring shoals were really prolific down the east coast of Scotland and England, and women used to gut the herring, itinerant workers, at a speed of 50 herring a minute, pack them, salt them, barrel them, and they'd be paid per barrel. The rags were tied on with string. You know, when they used to have like the knocker up, when the mill owner used to shout, come on, you know, it's time to go up for work. The call was, get up and tie your fingers. That's what the caller did. And so they got up, tied their fingers, and down in the yard.
But it's not just about the industry. This is a family drama as well, and you're playing a rather stern matriarch.
Well, I suppose she's a matriarch, yes. I suppose she is. In this play, there are only 3 women, so each, and Jean is, she's quite tough and has had quite a very harsh life, and you only really find out some of that as the play goes on. What you feel at the beginning, I think, is that here's a woman who's got quite a difficult relationship with her teenage daughter, and her teenage daughter is desperate to go and go with the herring girls up and down the coast, to go on these adventures, and her mum is equally desperate not to let her go, not to let her grow up, not to let her put herself in what she feels like is danger. And something that happened in Eyemouth in 1881, which was the biggest fishing disaster that ever happened in British Isles, and 173 men were killed. And so it happened in that community, and of course that changed everything. So in this story, I suppose the first half is the story of that mother-daughter relationship and that sort of battle, and painting a picture of the world of these herring women. And the second half kicks off with this fishing disaster, which sort of changes everything. I think the more we tune into our local history, the kind of stronger we feel as a community. And I feel like communities are being dissipated because these big industries are going. You know, so it's the same in South Shields and Hartlepool, you know.
You've had a glorious career on the stage and on the big screen, but many of us know you best from the small screen, where you tend to play tough northern women. Is this a return to your favourite métier?
Yeah, I suppose it is, yes. I suppose it is where I come from. A woman who was interviewing me on the radio said, I've got a picture of you in a Mac crying. What was that? I said, well, that could be any number of things. Yeah, well, I come from the northeast originally. I come from Stockton-on-Tees. My mum was a southerner, my dad was a northerner, both from very ordinary working class stock. That's my upbringing. And I suppose I do feel a connection. I love being in things that bring that to light and explore their lives. I think it's just absolutely fascinating, and it kind of changes your perception of things. I mean, I knew about the herring women because I've got photos of them, because I just love the pictures. But I didn't know all of this, and you know, it just changes my perception of what women did. And
Barbara, thank you very much. Just to remind you of the dates, not that you need reminding, I hope. You'll be at the Hull Truck Theatre on Thursday the 19th, Friday the 20th and Saturday the 21st, and in Grimsby Minster, Thursday the 26th of June, Friday the 27th, Saturday the 28th, and I hope you get a great audience there. I look forward to seeing you then.
Thank you.
Barbara
Thank you
Martin,
very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
That was Barbara Martin talking to me earlier. That's all we have time for tonight, I'm afraid, from a rather breezy Hull. If you have any stories for us, please get in contact in the usual ways through Facebook or Twitter, or on the phone on 01472 315561. Until tomorrow, goodbye.